To schedule a WebEx session for in the future, first you're going to open up your web browser and log into WebEx. Again, that's miamioh.webex.com. There's another training video if you need assistance with logging into WebEx. Once you've logged into the interface, though, you can click on either Meeting Center or Training Center. For this video, we're going to choose Training Center since most class uses will be utilizing the Training Center. On the left-hand side under Host a Session, the first option is to schedule a training. If you're really wanting a session to happen immediately, you'll want to utilize the instant session, which is covered in a different video. However, the scheduled training allows you to schedule an event in the future. And so when you click on scheduled training, there's a variety of options here on the screen. We're going to quickly walk through some of the important ones. The first one is a topic. This is a required field, so you have to give this session a name. You can also set a session password, which adds additional security for those people trying to get into your session. However, this is optional and not required. Underneath that, you can set whether or not this is a listed training. WebEx keeps a public directory almost of all of the WebEx sessions within Miami's interface that are happening at any given time. And so the default is for this training session to be listed for anybody who logs into the system. However, you can set it to also be unlisted if you do not wish for it to be listed in that directory. You can also click the checkbox that says send a copy of the attendee invitation to me. I always recommend that you do this because this allows you to then forward that invitation to attendees when you're inviting them to log into this event. Under the audio conference settings, the default setting is use VoIP only. This means that all attendees within the meeting will be using the speakers and microphone that are built into your computer instead of calling into a conference call that you may be used to over the telephone. You can also use USB microphones and whatnot, but any type of audio device plugged into a computer would be utilized using this use VoIP only. You do have the ability to change that to do an audio conferencing, which would give you the phone number to call into on the phone, but you do have to choose one or the other. For most cases, we recommend using the default setting, use VoIP only. Under the next session, you can set what the date and time is for this event. So we're going to schedule this in advance. And so we'll set it for 2 o'clock p.m. on December 12th. You can allow attendees to join up to a certain amount of time before the start time of the meeting. This allows them to go through the audio setup wizard to make sure their audio is functioning properly. You can also set up this as a recurring meeting, which is useful if you're teaching a fully online class and you have a set day of the week where all of your students come together at one time for a synchronous lecture. You can also set this up for one-on-one office hours. So if you're conducting office hours 2 or 3 times a week, you can set it up to recur that many times. You can also set an estimated duration. This really is just an estimate. If you happen to go over the allotted duration time, you will not be kicked out of the session. There are also some additional more advanced features here that you can go through if you would like to. However, setting these as the defaults is preferred in most cases. Once you've got that set, at the bottom of the screen on the right hand side there's a button that says schedule, and you can click on that and you will then be taken to a confirmation page that says your session has been scheduled. Because I checked that box at the very top of the scheduling page to send me a copy of the invitation, I also now have an email that I can then forward to attendees who I want to attend the meeting.